So, 2 weeks has passed, believe it or not. Last week we tried to play The Last Spell and were met with technical difficulties that I hope will not plague this stream. Knock on wood. But yeah, for the time being, we have a new beta branch to explore. And we are going to go with Apocalypse 2 because I really want to check out the new panic mechanics that I made a video on previously. So let's get on into it without further ado and hope that technology cooperates. Famous last words. But yeah, so the new changes, there's a video on my channel available, but the Cliff Notes version of it is that we have a new panic system and a new economy system, but we'll talk about that more as we get a little further into things. And so I think for now, let's just get to know the cast of characters and figure things out. So we have Charlene, who's rocking an Adept's Tome. Nothing wrong with that. Ooh, these pants look awfully nice. Although the accuracy, minus accuracy on them is a little bit spicy. Probably going to give those to our melee character. It looks like our pants are a little rough all around, and then plus 15 armor isn't actually terrible for a melee. That looks like more like a ranged item. What is that? That takes you down to 5, and then sure, we'll put that there and that there, and then for now these pants can go there. Wait, these say they have -4 accuracy on them. But why? Oh, our accuracy does indeed change. I think I'll probably just remove those as a result. And then over here, I think the dodge and opportunism is probably worth keeping. So let's get back to getting to know the cast of characters. So we have Charlene, who is a scholar, which is okay, energetic, and tall. Pretty good for a caster type range character. We have Wanda the Shield Bearer, very excited about that. Merciful and trained. Merciful, not great. Shield Bearer looks very nice. And then Maximus is a cook, which I generally don't like, a backstabber, and a bruiser. I like backstabber. Bruiser I'm not particularly interested in. Cook coming with that damage is a little rough. And then perks-wise, we have the Poison Tree and Harvester over here. Hey, Gilroy Ironheart, welcome. Thank you for swinging by. We're just checking out the new beta branch. Our melee has defensive and stunning. That's a great combo. I like seeing Fatality. A little sad not to see Harvester, even though Harvester has been nerfed. And then Maximus also has Harvester. Love to see that. And then Poison and Defense are not particularly great for a damage dealer. But without further ado, the pantsless Charlene is going to guide us into the first night. So we're very curious what things are going to look like for our team here. So the first and biggest change that I talk about in the new beta branch is the panic that is going to be generated by entities hitting walls inside of our borders. I think that's going to be a pretty transformative change that they're making. We're going to have to see how that all plays out. And then I think, as much as I hate to do it, I think we just finish that up, and then I guess no value in not dropping Weakening Touch in this case. Well, we have 13 mana, so I'm going to hold off, though, just because I think we're going to get better opportunities. Somehow Wanda didn't end up with defense. That's interesting, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, but I'm super excited. I think the economy changes are going to be rather monumental. With 2 actions left, think we step to here and just get those two guys. The hammer is a pretty solid opening night item. Now, with 14 mana, I can't help but feel like 14 and 13 mana. Our mana is really in a good place here. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to see if I can get a solid fireball here. That looks pretty good. Hey, Dice Art! How goes it? Welcome to the stream. The breakpoints on this run so far are not treating us well, but that's okay. You know, Gilroy, that is a good question that I do not have a great answer for. I don't think I've seen any discussion. I would suspect though that that is on the roadmap, but I don't know. Console, I don't think would make a lot of sense for a game of this nature. There's too much complexity for a console release necessarily to make sense. But I would be surprised if they didn't have their eye on the Mac release. Nicely done, Dice Art. That is a good feeling. I'll put it at that. And then with 5, we could spend a little bit of mana here. And I think I'll come over here because I think it's relatively safe. I'm looking at this and going like, we probably have a lightning bolt worth of destruction in the tank. But maybe we don't need it and we can just do that. Let me see what we got here, Jokewa. So let's see. We have Worn Pants +5 movement points. Holy cow. And look at how well that's working. Our technology is cooperating. What are the chances? Let's see. Let's get these bats roasted. I said roasted. All right. Yeah, nobody's making it too far, so I'm tempted to just pare back the Oh, that's very disappointing. Three multi-hit and 11 damage, Jokewa. That's disgusting. Very nice. All right, so let's see. So given that we have that, I guess you're unstunned. And then we'll probably just drop some of that there. And then you over here. Do we want to... With 13 mana, there's a temptation just to... Yeah, I think we go again. Okay. I will say also, Jokewa, I love being able to receive those item links. That is a great application of this. Now let's see, 14. We still have tons, so let's. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. So has anyone played the beta branch much? This is obviously my first time playing through it, and I'm a little late to the party. But super curious if anyone else has had any great success. Or massive complaints, for that matter. Right now, our ranged character has been getting an outsized number of the kills, so I want to be a little cautious. Oh, sticking on the main branch for now. Is that just for fear of some of the weird bugs and oopsies that they've had thus far, or? Let's see, we'll double up on that, and then I think that's a great idea, Dice Art. Let's check how we're doing on kill totals here. So we got 20 on Wanda, 24 on our crossbow, 17. Okay, so let's so as many as we can get on Wanda. I think that's good for business. Okay, we'll do something like that, and then I think we have enough. Well, we're off by 12. We get one more of these, I think. But yeah, I think getting Glenwall is a big step up even on normal. So I think that's smart. Yeah, when you hit it, Jokewa, the difference that it makes is insane. There's something to be said for the once you get like a single piece of gear that basically fully sorts out your multi-hit, the 5 limit feels a little limiting. Okay, and then I'm gonna pump the brakes a little bit because Maximus has a few more kills in the tank, but we don't need that. The breakpoints on this hammer, is this a... Oh, this is not a +1 hammer. That explains it. Alright, that looks like... This is going to be the turn where we finish here, so... That makes sense. Yeah, I can certainly see the a bit of timidness. I love to see the changes that come about. Like, I think it's really cool being able to see the seeing the game developers process, for lack of a better descriptor. And then so that's 4 mana. We're currently sitting at +14. We're not going to get all our mana back, so I am going to use Maximus to finish this off. +1 to that, Jokewa. Glenwall gets really difficult really fast, for sure. Okay, so big changes on the economy side of things. I didn't know. Oh yeah, the AP2 and AP3 hiding behind Manitou. Yeah, the progression is interesting. Okay, so we got a little less in terms of resources from that. Also, that was interesting. It didn't look like the first night the value went by. So this is our first S rank night reward. Let's see what this looks like. These look good, but they're all low level. So the the Adamantium Great Axe is probably the pickup, but I think I'm going to end up rolling that. I like to see that they're all blue, though, because S rank is supposed to be impactful. Let's see. So the house expansions are now 40, and the houses are 30. So if we want to get up to 4, we should build 2 houses right off the bat. We're now maxed on houses. So I'm just trying to puzzle this out. So then we hit that, which gets us back up. I'm liking where our gold is at the moment. Hey, Jacob, welcome. Now, if we wanted to get all of our house expansions at 40 apiece, that would be 160, and we'd get back 72 of it. I think we do that still. Yes, new beta, Jacob. I'm trying to figure out what the new build order looks like. So we could go up to 8 workers, which I think we do, because now you can only have 4 houses. So the houses are cheaper. So we built the 2 that we're allowed to build, and now for 160 we get back 72. And then how much does the gold mine cost? Gold mine costs 60. Which we will get back enough. Okay, so I think this is the play right now. We go through and we get all of those, and then I'm going to grab this one, That gets us back up to 79. I generally don't like that AP is part of the meta progression at all, Jokewa, if I had to be honest. So I think we do this, which gets our workers to a solid place, because we're going to need them for the seer very soon. Then I think we grab a gold mine. Now, the gold mine is producing... Hey, Zorbaline. Yeah, so I'm playing with the scaled UI. So if we were to take a look at this really quickly, where does that live? I forget. I haven't said it. Yeah, so I have the UI scale maxed out at 200 because I think it makes it a little easier to read on the stream. So this is going to generate 25 gold. And then what we need is we need to come up with weapons for everyone. So I'm going to roll this. Oh, that roll made me suddenly nervous. I hate a silver rifle right now. For the S rank that we just got, this is not inspiring confidence. Oh, really? Really, game? That's what you're going to give me? You're going to give me a spear unupgraded? Woof. All right, well, that's still going to be what we go with for our second weapon. And now we're probably going to have to sell a few things to get additional weapons for our folks. Looks like it may be a pistol and a wand. Yes, that is a good tip, Jokewa. I have done that a few times over the years. I'm just gonna am I gonna sell these pants? Let's do our level ups first and take a look at what we get. So you have, I think, spiky counter might be in your future. No, we have no blood magic. We do have organic armor. Spiky counter just it doesn't quite do it. But I still think it's the best play here, even without blood magic. And with Berserk, it's great, because we're taking the hits, and that's scaling us up. With this selection for the first night, I think I'm going to go with Fatality. But the blue block is what I was really checking. I think we're going to go for a spiky counter build here. So we're going to grab the block, and... I believe spiky counter is physical damage. Yeah, it is. So the physical bump is a nice little increase there, and we'll start out with Fatality here, I think. We'll get spiky counter next turn. So you did 2x house build into Demolishing Ruins, into after selling junk, 3x gold mines for 75 gold on day 2 onwards. That's an interesting one too. I think I'm going to be leaning towards that, but I liked getting a little ahead on workers night 1. We're going to see how that plays out though, for sure. It does work on ranged attacks, Jokewa. Actually. Okay, so we lock in Harvester always. That's a given. And then you... I'm tempted to take the accuracy and then swap some pants around here, because we're going to need it eventually. But we're doing pretty well because of the fur pants. Let's see what Charlene gets. Oh, Charlene's getting damage, so I think that's good. And did you have Harvester? You do have Harvester, so let's grab that. And then... Oh, and then a big poison bump is nice, because I think we're going to be going for a poison build, even if we don't get it right away. And that means the plan now is I'm going to grab the accuracy, and then roll, and roll. Oh, all right, I guess daily health regen it is. That was... I bet and I lost, but now that we've picked up the accuracy, we can afford to put the heavy greaves here, which means that we can get you up to a decent amount there. Wait, did I just give those to our melee? That was not my... No, we're fine. Okay, so we're still over here. We don't have it because bodybuilder conflicts with spiky counter. So we got spiky counter instead. Bodybuilder is a tier 2 perk. It goes in this slot right here. So we're going to go for spiky counter instead, which I think will still be fun and interesting. But we need to pick up as many as 2 more weapons of some sort. Let's see. I'm eyeing the pistol, even though it's not great. The pistol in the book I can probably pick up. I guess we're probably going to end up selling pants and helmets anyways to get there. Well, we probably won't sell it on... We won't sell your helmet, but we will sell your helmet. I want to keep the fur pants because they're good, but this pair of pants is expendable. 33 is enough to get us things. I'm tempted to take this wand just because we get some XP out of it. Ooh, that leaves us 3 short on the pistol, which is going to be the other thing I was going to pick up. What else do we want to sell? The mana regen is nice. The swift boots are pretty much trash, and I think that just barely gets us there. Cool. All right. Yeah, has anyone played with how much... We're going to have to test how much wall damage increases panic. I'm very concerned about it. But we're going to put our melee way out in front, and then I guess Seasoned Operator has been made cheaper. Actually, let's repair the defenses that we have. That's going to cost us 73. That's pricey. Okay. Wow, these walls... The 283 is impressive. And then... Do I want to go with ballistas or catapults or neither? I'm kind of tempted to try out this idea that I had to put stun traps and barricades outside of the city limits, like here and beyond, in order to create kind of a buffer. But... For now, I think I'm going to pool my resources. We're still on a single side. Yes. Wall damage equals panic is a thing, Jokewa. That is a new addition of this patch. That's going to prove interesting. All right, let's just go ahead. I don't think we need to build anything here to get this party started. Oh, I don't have spiky counter yet. That's next level. Oopsie daisies. The accuracy is notably absent. This was the character that we picked up the accuracy with too. So I do have the defensive perks on our melee, including Fortress Master. There is a small part of me though that is concerned that the issue that we had yesterday with audio might be related to ballistas. So I want to be a little careful of not... I went really ham on the ballistas, and last week's episode was lost to the ether. So I'm going to be a little gentle. I think I'm going to skip ballistas for the time being and just see. Okay. But yeah, so walls outside of the city limits do not have that same consequence, as a side note. It is only the ones that are in the green region that are problematic. So what is this doing? This is doing 65 to... Okay, so yeah, this is our heavier hitter, as it were. The joys of having Harvester, for sure. Let's see. Oh, I might even toss out a magic missile here. Probably should have dealt with the runner, but that's okay. I don't know. Catapults are early game. They're great for like wave clear, which you know you need and you benefit greatly from. And then later on, they're good for just taking out like the little obnoxious things that are lurking in the shadows, like, you know, the one runner you can't get to. $300 damage per shot. Interesting. That's a build I could definitely get behind. That sounds like it could be a lot of fun. Yeah, I really wish that I wasn't slightly hesitant about ballistas, because that builds like that seem absolutely fascinating to me. Oh, left control. I think it's left alt. At least it is for on my game. I don't know. I think it is mappable though. But yes, left alt is how you bring up the red regions and tell what's going on. Scavenger is another one where they've made it significantly better with this update. So I'm super curious. You gotta love those hits for zeros. That feels pretty good. We're well on our way to our melee being a proper boss, I think. That was very disappointing. So we have 17 mana regen with Harvester, so I think we can afford to do something like that. At some point, I'm gonna need to let an enemy get to the walls so that I can test out how bad the panic generation is. Huh. That really like grinds against my soul just thinking about that. But we probably need to do that. This guy is going to hit the wrong wall, so we don't want that. I missed a fatality there. We'll grab it on the way by. There we go. This side is relatively bad for testing the panic mechanic. We kinda duffed that one, but I think we can recover. Because we don't actually have any particularly easily accessible walls to let someone gnaw on. Thanks, Gilroy. I do appreciate the recommendation. So let's see. We got 55 on Charlene, and Charlene has an XP bonus. 61 on Wanda. 57. Okay, so our melee just needs to take a knee for the remainder of the activities. We have tons more mana than we could ever possibly utilize. So I'll do that, and then... But yeah, what I don't want, though, Gilroy, the thing that I'm very concerned about is that the particular tweaking that they've done give me very little wiggle room. And I'd rather know that sooner rather than later, if there is panic to be had. All of these runs are about... Oh, that's... Charlene being the only level up is surprising there. Okay, so... We have some money. Let's see what our night reward looks like this time around. I like the steel two-handed sword. The multi-hit on it is interesting. But two-handed swords are pretty good. I don't know what range of gear I should be expecting at the moment. So that's a little interesting. But right off the cuff, the Seer remains the first major purchase that I'm interested in making. So we'll get that going and get the fog pushed back, and now we have 5 workers to work with. That gets our cash flow back up a bit. That doesn't really get us to... we get to have another gold mine. But yeah, this production upgrade is very expensive. Falling Wall? Yeah, I could see that as a place that they kind of like roll things back to, Jokewa. For sure. But we have runners again. I think another gold mine is probably what I'm interested most in, because I want to get our economy up and running so that we can afford lots of production buildings. So I think another gold mine, and then as much as I like the two-handed sword, I think we roll because I think level 2 items are available in this pool. Yeah, they definitely are. The Druid Staff is perfect though. That's a great upgrade. I probably want to replace the pistol as well. Gilroy, don't we know it? Let's do our level ups here. Accuracy is hard to say no to. Yeah, let's just get out of the accuracy hole that we are currently in. More physical damage is good. Spiky counter is a must-take there for Wanda. Now, our ranged character already picked up a bit of accuracy, so I think we'll just go for the damage increase, and big chunk of XP gain is going to be nice as well. Steady aim is probably the take here. It's that or nimbleness. I think it's between the two. Glass cannon, I also see the value of getting that nice increase in crit going early. Our crit is very low at the moment, and we're not really going to be taking full advantage of a crit build if we go that direction, I don't think. We don't have bully over here, so we're not going to be... we're probably going to end up taking glass cannon no matter what. Yeah, let's get glass cannon going. And then over here, you are now our druid, which means we're fishing for plus poison almost any time we can get it. We have enough accuracy for the time being, I feel like. Well, we're getting the accuracy anyways, and we're getting a much lower tier of it than we did previously. I will lock in the... Oh, I was rolling a primary stat there, looking for poison. That's a rookie move. But let's get that poison pumping. And poisonous, not that interesting. Septic shock, also not particularly transformative. I think here it's nimbleness for the additional mobility and there's a temptation to try and make poisonous work. But we need to get some equipment before we can make that work at all well. I like First Blood here. I put a lot of value on First Blood. I recognize that. But let's see. Caster, friend. The wand's gonna go. It was nice while it lasted. And then I do want the pistol to get replaced. A longbow is pretty tempting. I prefer short bows almost all the time. But wow. That's a nice ring. It's only one multi-hit though, so I don't think it's gonna be making that big a difference. So the longbow is gonna be better for picking off runners. It is absolutely Jokewa. Yeah, I agree with that assessment on the gold mines, for sure. Let's see. It's really between the wooden longbow and the short bow. I think the short bow is more valuable long-term. The longbow is better... actually, I think I'll grab the short bow and just be okay with it. I much prefer the short bow, even though Maximus is going to be sitting kind of like on the corner here doing his thing. Okay, with 15 gold, what are we getting up to? I kind of want to go ballistas. I think for now we'll hold off though. I'm not worried about this knight at all. Yes, the first multi-hit is the biggest bump, but you know, multi-hit is relatively accessible. So I'm not too worried about it. And we don't have a hand crossbow right now, so what are you going to do? So over here, we want to get you in a position where you can get surrounded. We want you to have some good vision. You have the druid staff. I think we're ready to go. And we'll just pool our resources. Ooh. I kind of expected Spiky Counter to secure more kills there than it did. I guess with Fatality we do get the kills eventually. Now, the thing that I'm sensitive to here is it's the back 40 over here that is the... Oh man, we can't actually get to a place where we're going to be able to get a full surround next turn, nor does it matter particularly. So I guess we'll just do that, and then we'll start out by poisoning this pack over here. And I guess this pair over here needs to get wrecked as well. And then I think we need to leave our caster kind of on their own to clean up some of this mess over here. Okay, not great. I don't like where our melee is because we can't get as much surround as I would like. We're definitely going to see how much panic we get from the wall. That is certain. I didn't see any panic there. Am I crazy? Actually, I guess there's probably like a tiny sliver there. I don't think crit and propagation play well together. We checked that, and I'm pretty sure the hand crossbow cannot crit. Let's see, I think. And I think over our shoulder, we need to spend a bit of resources helping out on this side, but also getting you got. And then this guy, probably okay. We still have 5 action points here. But the breakpoints are hurting us quite a bit at the moment. Okay. You're not making it in. So you have... If you move to here, can you... You're not even close to sniping that guy. Okay. So right now I'm trying to decide if this side needs more help. This side's feeling a little dicey. This side is more clear than I think it is, so I'm gonna provide a bit of support over on this side. Okay. The misses are really a bummer. But yeah, our panic is creeping up slowly. That's concerning. The problem is this is making runners that much worse. I think is basically the short form version of this. I think I'm very concerned about the long-term implications of this panic change. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's see. Poison here. Let's hope it just hits everybody. Okay, nice. Who's making it in? I think it's like these guys. Okay, there we go. That gives us a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. Looks good. Looks relatively good. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Spiky counter has not been as... It takes more time to get going. So I think it is walls within the green area. So these are not walls that I constructed, but it definitely is generating panic. So the reason that I love the Druid Staff so much, it sips mana so beautifully. Like, it combined with Harvester is just like free cast central. Okay, that's all good. So Jokewa, I had an early run after the damage rework that from my perspective proved that point out quite nicely. I had a Scepter hand crossbow character, and the Scepter was doing work for sure. I was a big fan of it. Now let's see. The problem that we have here is, one, that our damage breakpoints are just atrocious. You're not going that far, so I'm going to immerse myself in this crowd here, I think. Yeah, it looks like nobody's getting in, so we should be good. But yeah, that little sliver of panic. Gosh, the spiky counter early, it was a stealth nerf that these enemies now have like minus 15% accuracy, because dodge is the enemy of spiky counter. And I don't think I realized how much the early lack of accuracy is going to mean that enemies are not landing shots, which is a really interesting dynamic. There we go. I think I can take one step this way and zap you. You should get the short bow treatment. Two actions left. I think we take out you. We take out you. And I think all three of these can get got. Ooh. All right. I could have reinforced there if I was particularly concerned about it, but I think we got this. Still the bug with movement. I need to get on that. But yeah, that was a pretty, I mean, it was a clean night. We get the S rank, but yeah, a little concerning for how little things got hit, how much city panic we gained. Like, walls are gonna be interesting. I have not Jokewa. That does sound like a fascinating fascinating way to go. All right, so we've got the seer, we've got our gold mines generating, which all this feels really good. Let's keep pushing back the fog. And then I want to do production buildings this turn, not in, I think is my plan. The armor makers are only 65 now, which feels good. So we could get 3 buildings. We could get, say, 2 armor makers and a... Could we get 2 armor makers and, like, a jeweler? I need to think on whether that's a smart play or not. It's probably not. We're probably better off getting our 4th person and getting moving on that front, but I need to think about it. I think I'm gonna go ballistas. I have convinced myself to go ballistas to try to defend the walls. That last line of defense. I guess we do. Oh yeah, we still have at least a 3 and a 2 to do here. Also, so that's going to get our gold up. So now we definitely have the bankroll, as it were. We could probably do the inn and a few production buildings. The early game feels a lot more forgiving now, I feel like. So let's see. So you are our highest level at level 4. You are a hero focused with 2 left feet, and you're coming in as a caster, but we could pivot you pretty quickly. I don't mind this combination. Hero is certainly nice. Focused is decent, but actually with this amount of minus dodge, this would be an amazing character for spiky counter type builds. I think I'm too focused on spiky counter. Let's grab Angelica and see what we're working with. She does have spiky counter. And she can't dodge to save her life. The Adept's Druid Staff is perhaps not that useful. We do have Harvester. Let's do our level ups to kind of see what, if anything, pops out. Hard Press not taking an early accuracy. Big health. She has back protection. She has flexibility as well. Boom, Vampirism. Human Ballista. I think Human Ballista has a bit of an anti-synergy with Spiky Counter, though, I will say. I don't think it makes sense to have two characters that are invested in that way, so I'm gonna... I don't think so. Oh, I'm checking on my side, and I still see my levels being good. So I think we're all set, and I still hear the music. So I think we're okay. But let me know if anyone else is experiencing the same issue. We don't have assassination, so it would be like I don't know. Like, let's take a look at what weapons are on. Okay, where'd all our money go? Oh, we recruited. That's why. Got it. Yeah, we spent all our money recruiting. Let's take a look at the shop and see if there's anything transformative. Thank you, Gilroy. I like this hammer on Angelique. I think I'm gonna change her into a melee. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. So given that, we will indeed take the health up. That'll get her sorted for accuracy for a while. Take some experience gain, that's fine. Skill range for hammers is too good to pass up. Isolation isn't terrible to pick up. Okay, so if we're going with a melee, that's a lock. We're not going to have a lot for Spiky Counter to do anything with at the moment. That's okay. I kind of want to take Crippling Punch and do like a punch build. We haven't done it yet. I'm too curious to see how it works. We have to pick it up at some time. We're playing on low APOC. I think we can afford to. We do have our first hand crossbow entering the chat. One punch indeed. So let's see. So I think in terms of strength, I think these two being over here is pretty good. And these two being over here. Now, we absolutely need to get armor smiths rolling next turn. We'll leave it at 2 and 2 for those. We can start building some walls. Nah, let's hold off. Okay, let's do the night reward. Hammer dagger. Do I like it? I don't really like dagger on her. I don't think that's the direction we're going. Isolation, armor, and mana. Not really what we're looking for. Ay, ay, ay. Cut me a break here. Another sledge. Tons of health on that one. I think it's the sledge. Because Wanda's spear is just trash. I think that's something we can all agree on. The magic orb +1 is slightly tempting. Magic orb is my favorite foil to the journeyman staff. Okay, let's see. So let's start with secondary attributes and see what we get. Opportunism is good enough to pick up, and then let's just go with damage there. I think that's fine. And then I don't think Toxic Leech is it. 1 by 1, I could certainly see the value of. I think longer weapons is probably... Ooh, quantity versus quality. Yeah, I think that's the play. Or thrifty. Well, we have tons of mana. No, we're insanely good on mana, so we'll grab that. And then Wanda, you want... Wanda wants health. And Wanda wants block most of all. Ooh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Stun chance is good now that we've picked up the hammer. And... More crippling punch. It hits for 193 to 113. Wait. Oh, 93 to 113. So it is still below a +1 hammer. It definitely is Jokewa. That is a curious relationship. I think of these, do we think defensive training is better or avid learner is better? 25 flat or from that? I think 25 flat is better. And then over here, I think 7% accuracy. We could use a bit more accuracy in our life. No, we couldn't. I'll take crit power of those, but none of those were really singing to me. And then I think steady aim is an easy take. All right. I don't believe so, Gilroy. Unless there is another thing that on physical damage can cause stun, in which case maybe. Let's see, and then I'm quickly taking a look here because you have. Oh, Charlene has 0 block, but that's not who I was trying to look at. Angelique has 3 block from gear, which is mainly on the pants. I think we have someone who has heavy armor that wasn't supposed to. No, all of our armor is less than. Although I do want this armor on Wanda. There we go. All right. So I think we're good. We put down some ballistas. We used up all our folks. We're going to hang on to the materials for the time being. So I think Into the Breach has some really cool dynamics. I'm not sure if... I think being able to move enemies in the last spell would be very interesting. I think that could be a really cool dynamic. Yeah, actually, I think I'm just going to be a yay. Thinking out loud about it. Does... And Angelique only has 1 weapon. Is there any way we can get her a second weapon? Like, even just this axe is decent. Or we could go with, like, a hybrid build. Let's just get her the hand crossbow. Whatever. Hand crossbow, hammer. Is there a synergy? We'll never know, probably. All right. So, we got our 4 people. Looks like everything is good. Let's do this.